Monday morning 7 a.m.s are usually the worst.
Band takes a lot of discipline, getting up at 7 a.m. every day.
I'd say the low point is Monday morning when we're on the field at 7 a.m.
I'd say the hardest part for me was probably just maybe getting up really early every morning. It's kind of hard to get up and motivate yourself to gear up for band.
Come into the office about 6:15 for marching band at beautiful 7 a.m.
You're getting people to like get focused and stuff, but it's always a little bit rough and people are always really tired. But I still feel like throughout the week, you know, even with Monday, we do a lot of good work. Just the early mornings.
I cannot tell you how many times I wanted to throw my phone because my alarm woke me up at 5:30.
Be the Wednesday rehearsal when you ask another person what time it is and they say 8:10, and you just see everyone around you, faces drop dead and look like they're about to cry or die, and it's a lot of work on those days especially, but we still have a lot of fun no matter what.
I tell you which the best day is. Thursday.
Thursday. Because we don't have band that day.
Come Friday nights with football games, the energy's always really, really positive, and that's really nice, and I'm going to miss that when I'm not marching band anymore.
My favorite part of the football games would have to be sitting up in the stands and just getting to talk with your friends while the game went on in the background, and then enjoying some pep songs along with it every once in a while, and just rooting on the football team and having fun with the marching band.
Since I don't know any of the rules of football, I didn't know what was going on any of the time, even though I'm in marching band, you know, it's okay.
It's all right.
And so I always liked Hey Baby at third quarter and all the stand tunes, because of course you get the freshmen in the beginning where they're like, the drum line will start playing or whatever, and immediately us upperclassmen start just dancing, and they're all looking at us like, what the heck, what are you doing? But it's like the dance we do when that song plays, and you have to get the rest of the group kind of hype, and then you get them to start dancing. I think that was the best part for me, is going through the stand tunes and then getting other people excited about them. Hopefully passing down like a legacy of getting excited and not just the work part of band.
I mean, my favorite part of the football games were just, you know, being with all the band members and, you know, being with everybody in the big crowd. It gets everybody hyped up, and, you know, when they score a touchdown, you know, the applause that goes up, we all lose our voices after the games because, you know, we get so excited about everything that's going on. So that's my favorite part of it.
We'll probably get home at like 10 or 10:30 on Friday nights, and we'll have to get up like maybe 6 or 7 to be here really early the next day for major competition.
I think my favorite is probably UCM because there's a lot of good bands there, and it's a pretty campus, so it's like a fun stadium to play in, and you get to hear like good bands, whatever that other band that was really good.
Probably my favorite part is for going to college competitions is just watching the college bands perform, and for this particular competition I had a friend there on drumline, and drumline always has a really cool feature, so that was probably my favorite part of UCM, and of course placing in finals.
I'd say for me, I have probably two favorites that I kind of have a hard time picking a favorite, is UCM and Heart of America. UCM, I just love how we've gone to finals both years we've gone there, and there's always just a lot of hype within the band. We go, after we do prelims, we eat dinner, and then there's just this big field, and I've always enjoyed just being able to talk with my friends there, have a good time there.
For some reason we fit in front ensemble because like we don't have to march. Most of us probably can't march. So it's probably a good thing that we don't march.
Marching's pretty basic when you're Sousa. It just goes from one to the other and kind of
We stay in this like the same spot. We go like 25 yards.
Yeah, we're lucky if we hit the 50 half the time. So
we're like by the end zone the entire time.
Yeah. That's why
Little Lives Matter.
I really like the Hazo portion, but not because necessarily all music. I liked the way the music fit with the marching, because at first it wasn't my favorite when we played through it and had it fully memorized, but once we added in the visuals, it became my favorite.
The Hazo part, because just the flowing dynamics and the way the trumpets go in and out and in and out, it sounds like music.
My favorite part of Turandot would have to be the area in the music where we pass through each other and then spread out across the field. I really like that part musically.
I'd have to say probably like the opener part, just because it's like really intense and there's a lot of notes that we play and it's really fast and there's a lot of like 4 mouths all at once and it's just exciting every time you play it. And I like starting this show, that's pretty exciting.
This year's is by far my favorite, just because the number of students we have, the sound we have, the complexity of the show. We've never attempted anything this difficult before.
The trumpets, this was the highest that we've ever played for any of the shows, and so we're above the staff primarily the whole show. So just screaming throughout the whole thing. After you spit out the blood, then it was fun. But getting used to playing so high was quite the interesting process.
Like not even D. Letter D or letter M. It was definitely like a point that we always rehearsed before.
Yeah.
Like a finals well, any performance really, and we worked at D and M always to make sure that was locked in.
All around, the drumline music was pretty challenging. There were spots where we had really fast licks and rhythms that we had to master as a line that took us most of the season to get it right. I mean, there's just a lot of it was really hard.
The hardest part, probably the ballad, because like it sounds easier, but trying to make sure that you're decrescendoing and you're crescendoing and that it's flowy and it kind of sounds like it's supposed to is really, really hard, especially when like maybe my left hand is stronger than my right hand, so I kind of play with one hand that's louder and then one that's softer, and just trying to like line all of that up and make it all sound like one sound is really difficult.
We're tubas, there's no such thing as hard parts of music.
The biggest thing I worked on as captain of the trumpet section was making it sound the best that we could, so really drilling on making it melodious, having the right rhythms and stuff, but not only on the musical sense, but also to make it enjoyable for everybody. That's why we are in band, is because we all love music.
I mean, I think you have to find a point where you need to be serious and a point where you need to be, where you need to have fun. And I think a lot of times that line is blurred for some people. Like, oh, why can't we talk during rehearsal? Well, because we're rehearsing, And so I think there's times where you can't have fun, there's times where you can be serious. Like on the bus, you can have fun. During when we go eat lunch or like have pizza or something, you can talk to those people, you can have fun. But then when it's rehearsal time, that's when we start working hard to get better, so that we can succeed like we did at KU.
Join the pit.
I love drumline. Like, if I had to redo it, honestly, I'd probably play drum.
Pit, as they have so much fun. It's so cool to see them play during the show. Our pit has only gotten better.
Percussion.
Wow, that was quick. Wow. You were ready for that one.
Yeah,
So you got something you want to tell us? Yeah.
well, I always want to play tenor, and that's the like drums that like 4 of them,
Yeah.
and then the one in the middle, and
So it's just fun to like bond while playing the music. And I feel like in other sections, I mean, you kind of, like you're together when you're marching, but you're mainly watching the drum majors. But a lot in front ensemble is like me listening back and the rest of them listening back, but them also looking into me. So I feel like there's a bond that our section has that maybe some others don't.
My brothers and sisters, tonight is the final performance tonight. We are in finals again 2 years in a row. Last year, our score went down in our second performance. Not this time. Not this time, baby. Not this time. Not this time. Praise Jesus. We focus. We push. We make sure we do our job. Woo. Amen. And if we do that, I'm excited to see how big of a party we're going to have on that bus on the ride home, all right? Let's go!
From Olathe, Kansas, the Olathe Northwest High School Raven Pride.
To win KU, that'd be
that'd be cool.
great goal.
Oh, hey, we did it.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah.
Routine. All I can remember is there was dead silence before they announced it. Everyone was on the edge of their seat, just... I know the majority of people did not expect it. They were like, we're probably going to get second because there's two people that were here that beat us at past competitions, so we're probably not even going to win. And then when they announced that name,
Olathe Northwest,
everyone flipped. It was the best feeling in the world.
I know that like when we won Grand Champion, like we all went like ape. Like we went crazy, so.
Olathe Northwest.
One more, I'm ready! Oh!
I lost my voice, I know that.
Mr. Davis. Yes. We have a proposal to you. Yes. Tonight, would you like to feel like a true coach of a championship team? Yes! All right.
Not only had we stepped up our game compared to the people that we had lost to, that was our best performance of the entire year exponentially. It was amazing. It was the best feeling I've had thus far in marching band.
That was the second year in a row that we won the last competition, and it's crazy that we've ended it both years now winning. It just shows how much we built up from 79.5, I believe, was our first score, to 90.1. So that's just a ton of points that we covered within 1 month of competition.
KU, that was just a lot of fun. I mean, yeah, obviously we won and everything, but it was my last performance. There's so much emotion at that, and it really made it a very enjoyable competition.
It meant that everything we'd done all season it was worth it, kind of. All those practices and 7 a.m. rehearsals and all summer long kind of led up to that one big thing, and then winning, I mean, it just made it all kind of worth it. Even if we hadn't won, it still would have been a great season, but that just was the icing on the cake.
It's just gonna draw more people in, and then everybody here this year has the experience, so it's just gonna spread around. We're gonna keep winning.
And it gave us a goal too, because now we know that we can win. Now we're like, yeah, we've won something big. I mean, yeah, we won Niwala last year, but we were going against big bands. We were competing very slim between the point average when we won at KU. Now we have something to set for people. Now next year, now they want to beat that. Now they want to keep going. We got that foundation set for them.
Making sure we leave the band better than we found it. When my freshman year, we were happy to get high 60s, low 70s as scoring at our competition, and then we got a 90 at KU. That was just incredible, and that felt so good to see how much the band has grown over those 4 years. It's just amazing.